old definition, but this is the new definition according to NOVA, recent edition. The absence of menstruation by the age of 15 years with normal secondary sexual characteristics, and absence of menstruation by the age of 13 years if there is no secondary sexual characteristics. And secondary amenorrhea is the absence of menstruation for 6 months in a previously menstruating woman. Introduction. The puberty is the period of transition between the childhood and the adulthood, during which the sexual maturation occurs. The hypothalamus is the initiating factor of these pubertal changes in the following order: adrenal, gonadal, and menarche. Now, events of puberty. Taylor. First is the breast development, which requires estrogen. Second is the pubert or adrenal, is the development of the pubic hair, which requires androgen, either from the ovary or from the adrenal cortex. And third is the growth spurt, is the development of height, means the height, development of the bones. And fourth is the menarche. Menarche requires GnRH from the hypothalamus, FSH and LH from the pituitary, estrogen and progesterone from the ovaries, and normal outflow tract. This picture shows different nucleus of hypothalamus, out of which the ventromedian nucleus, which secretes the GnRH in a pulsatile fashion, which will stimulate the pituitary to produce FSH and LH. Now, this picture is depicted here to show for better understanding. Hypothalamus will secrete GnRH, which will in a pulsatile fashion, which will stimulate the pituitary to produce FSH and LH. FSH and LH will act on the ovaries, and ovaries will produce estrogen and progesterone subsequently. And after the withdrawal of the estrogen and progesterone, the endometrium will shed, and for the blood to come out, we need a patent cervical and vaginal tract. This is the Tanner staging of puberty. When the age is less than 10, the estrogen level is also less than 10. The breast is only a small immature nipple, and the pubic hair is male. When the age is 10, the estrogen level is 10 to 20. The breast is just a bud, and sparse labial hairs are present. And estrogen level is between 20 to 40 at the age of 11. The breast has a smooth contour, and the pubic or axillary hair is a dark and curled. By the age of 13, the menarche starts at this time, and the secondary mound of the breast develops, and the adult type, the pubic and axillary hair becomes adult type. The estrogen level is here 40 to 60, and stage 5 is the mature breast and adult distribution of pubic and axillary hair. And the estrogen level is more than 60. This is the Tanner staging. Now, levels of amenorrhea, means amenorrhea can be thought like this also. In proper menstruation to occur, there should be a nice integration between the hypothalamus, pituitary, ovary, and the responsive uterus, as well as a patent effluent genital tract. We have 4 levels. Level 1 is the uterus and the outflow tract. Level 2 is the ovary. Level 3 is the pituitary, and level 4 is the hypothalamus. Now, causes of primary amenorrhea. Most common cause is the chromosomal abnormality, which accounts for about 45%, and then the physiological delay of puberty, which accounts for about 20%, and Mullerian agency, which is our case, is 15%, and transverse vaginal septum or impartable hymen accounts for 5%. Another 5% is by the absent hypothalamic production of GnRH, and anorexia nervosa, which is a psychiatric illness, accounts for 2%. Another 2% is contributed by the hypopituitarism. Now, coming to the etiology, hypothalamic amenorrhea means the hypothalamus is the culprit here. Hypothalamus could be affected by the psychological stress or 5-alpha reductase deficiency, which is a biochemical condition, anorexia nervosa and weight loss, or excessive exercise, or Kallmann syndrome. I'll come to that later, and drug-induced amenorrhea, or any space-occupying lesion in the CNS. Now, pituitary amenorrhea means the pituitary is the culprit. Any tumor affecting the pituitary or pituitary stalk, or empty cellular syndrome, this is a congenital condition. The pituitary is not developed at all. Or Sheehan syndrome. Sheehan syndrome is the postpartum necrosis of the pituitary gland. And ovarian amenorrhea means the ovary is the main culprit here. Ovary can undergo dysgenesis, or it is a Turner syndrome, means a 45X0 congenital condition. And Swyer syndrome is a rare entity. A resistant ovary syndrome, the ovary doesn't have the receptor for FSH, LH, those, and premature ovarian failure, the ovarian reserve is less in this condition. And uterine amenorrhea means the uterus is the culprit here. The absence of uterus and Asherman syndrome. Asherman syndrome is the mainly cause of secondary amenorrhea, but primary amenorrhea can also be the cause of Asherman syndrome. And anatomic abnormalities of the reproductive tract is the imperforate hymen. Now, categorization. Categorization is based on the presence or absence of the secondary sexual characteristics. Means primary amenorrhea associated with secondary sexual characteristic or absent of secondary sexual characteristic or retarded at some point of time. And this is the flowchart showing that evidently. If the secondary sexual characteristics are present, that means the hormones are working properly. Then the end organ, uterus or ovaries are not working properly. That means the imperforate hymen or transverse vaginal septum or cervical agenesis or Mullerian agenesis could be the causes. Now, if the secondary characteristics are absent, that means the hormones are not working properly. Then we have to check for the FSH level. If the FSH level is high, that means the pituitary and the hypothalamus is working properly. Then it is the fault of the ovaries. Ovaries are not working properly. That for that, pituitary and the hypothalamus is trying to stimulate the ovaries by secreting higher levels of FSH. That can occur due to gonadal agenesis and gonadal dysgenesis, ovarian resistance syndrome, or galactosemia. That is a biochemical condition, it's congenital. FSH levels are low. That means the fault lies within the ovary. Sorry, the fault lies within the pituitary or hypothalamus. GnRH deficiency or CNS neoplasm or any mass or any stress or hyperprolactinemia are the causes. Or if nothing is there, then constitutional delay. How hyperprolactinemia causes primary amenorrhea? Prolactin is secreted from the anterior pituitary that will inhibit the hypothalamus to secrete less GnRH, so FSH will be low eventually. Then arrest of puberty means the secondary sexual characteristics are present, but the development is arrested at a certain point of time. This can occur in a premature ovarian failure. Premature ovarian failure is determined when the fetus is within the mother's uterus. The ovarian reserve is very less in these conditions, meaning the primordial follicles and the primary follicles will be lesser in number, so they will be finished earlier within the pubertal period. And fourth entity is the breast development is normal, but the pubic hair and axillary hair will be sparse or absent. This particular entity is known as complete androgen insensitivity or testicular feminization syndrome. Now coming to the primary amenorrhea with no secondary sexual characteristic. If it is central, that means FSH will be low. This condition is also called as hypogonadotropic hypogonadism, meaning the Kallmann syndrome. This is the primary amenorrhea due to lack of GnRH associated with anosmia. It could be diagnosed by GnRH stimulation test. As our body doesn't produce GnRH, if GnRH is given from the outside, it will stimulate the pituitary to produce more FSH. So FSH will be detected at higher level. So GnRH state can detect the Kallmann syndrome. Or teniophalangioma is a space occupying lesion in the CNS. It could be diagnosed by CT scan or MRI. Now primary amenorrhea without any secondary sexual characteristic, if the FSH level comes to be lower, higher, so the gonadal cause, hypergonadotropic hypogonadism. So differential diagnosis are Turner syndrome, which is 45X0 streak ovaries, as Swyer syndrome is a rare entity, or pure gonadal degeneracy. Everything is fine in pure gonadal degeneracy except the ovaries, which are streak.